Hello, this is Alan Wheeler on my channel where I talk about spirituality and tarot. And today I want to talk about the path of the magician, the magus, in the Thoth tarot. And by way of introduction, I left in a comment a few weeks ago on someone's YouTube video um, who encouraged me to make a video about the Thoth tarot, but it's been too involved, and even now I've just gotten my feet wet. But I told him in the comment that I was experiencing more intuition in bonding and getting to know the Thoth deck than I had with previous decks. That turned out to be only half the story. It's not only been more intense intuitively, but also in the kind of book side of things, the book study. So I've watched a lot of videos. I've been working through this book, Understanding Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot by Lon Milo Duquette. And it's been a lot of work getting into it. Even more study than when I began with the Rider-Waite Smith deck. And on the intuitive side of things, I've felt the energy, personified deity of Hermes Thoth Mercury in meditation, and it's been a powerful experience all around. I'm wearing the Tree of Life in honor of this energy of the magus of Hermes Thoth Mercury, even now. So again, just getting my feet wet, but the path of the magician, and maybe I'll do other videos about other pathways, but I'm referring to this pathway on the Kabbalistic Tree of Life. So I haven't drawn the whole tree, and we're really looking above the abyss. So we're still in the first three numbers. We are not yet in the manifest realm, so to speak. And the path of the magus I've got highlighted here goes from the 1, the aces, and Kether, to Bina, which are the 3s here. And that's the pathway, the one of the 22 pathways designated to the magician here. And that is depicted in the card, the white emptiness of Kether, the crown, as the magus walks this, almost like walking a beam, into the black Bina here. So in this card, this may be the only card where we actually visually see the pathway of the figure. This reminded me of a couple things. In going from 1 to 3, you're kind of skipping Chokmah here, rather than going in the sequential order. Chokmah is wisdom, and magically the magus goes from the pure potential of these aces to kind of this 3 of the most manifest stage. And this is very magical. So I know from reading Arthur C. Clarke, who said that any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. So when we don't know how it's accomplished, that technology seems very magical to us. And I know as a performing magician that I do stage magic tricks for my classes and things. and shows. I know that the method must be hidden in order for the effect to appear miraculous to the audience. And so, kind of skipping this stage, it's very magical, going straight to the effect, straight to that more manifest stage. And so I want to look at this, the path of the magus, by looking at the aces and threes of the various suits. So here we have the ace of wands and the three of wands. And according to the Thoth system, all of the cards are in a way contained in this first one. Seeds coming from that, bursting forth from that ace of wands. By the time you get to the three of wands, this is called virtue here. It's called strength in other translations or other versions. And the idea is that here's the heat of the sun, that solar energy that can cause seeds to bloom and blossom. And you can kind of see that here in the picture of the crossed wands. And we're familiar with that from other tarot systems as well. That manifestation coming in the three of wands. Again, the path of the magician, going from Kether to Bina, from the ace of cups to the three of cups. Again, that pure potential in the kind of the holy grail there almost, and those emanations coming out. And here we have abundance, those overflowing cups pouring forth from the lotus blossoms here. Next, the ace of swords, and the path of the magician brings us directly to the three of swords, and it's called sorrow. Now, how is this sorrow above the abyss? Because this is supposed to be the untouched, happy realm up here. And so this sorrow is kind of divine sorrow, I think. And it's that kind of that disappointment that drives us to something better. And it's still the closest to manifestation above the abyss. And finally, moving from the ace of discs to the three of discs, which is called works here, but also I think Crowley called it work. And like the others, this is almost one of those magical tools in the pure potential of the magus here. And coming to that stage of birthing above the abyss. So here I don't know if you can see the symbols of mercury and salt and sulfur, the three elements required to begin the great work here. And we know from other versions of the tarot that the coming together of the team required to produce something. And this is the suit that is closest to manifestation there, above the abyss in that three. And so we have the triangle, everything coming together there. So this is very magical as the magician walks that beam from the Kether of the aces to the bina of the threes. So that's my reflection here as a beginner in the Thoth Tarot. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I hope you find connection with people in your life, with online community, and on your spiritual path, whatever that may be. Take care.